Hello everyone, CMeeCraft here, and welcome to another video. Today we're playing Maitetsu. I think that's how I pronounce it, but honestly I don't know. It's a visual novel about trains! And girls, apparently. Two best things in the world, am I right? Alright, let's start a story. Oh, wow, we've got so many routes. Okay, we're going for the common route, I guess. Kivomi Katsuku. Okay. Damn, what are the odds we just took a direct hit? Okay.
The adhesion's been significantly reduced. I would strongly advise scattering the sand.
Yeah, let it just flow straight through the moment we put in the sand. It's better than doing nothing, though.
Confirmed. The spreading of sand increase in adhesion cannot be confirmed. There is a danger of derailing. I advise that speed be reduced.
I guess there's no choice. I really didn't want to miss the connection.
Connecting with the other railroads to contact about delay. Wait, what? Say that one more time.
What happened? Give me a report.
Send a follow-up immediately. I won't allow silence. Hurry, hurry, and send the follow-up.
Calm down and report in.
Apply maximum braking. I'll assist so that we don't slide.
Roger that. On the braking. It'll be impossible at this speed.
We will slide after this point. We're at the limit. The braking power won't be enough.
It's still locking up? How much adhesion did we lose?
There's no other way.
Report in. What way? Every second you delay the report brings the danger closer by a few meters.
There is an accident with an unconfirmed status. The report was sent by 9642 Railroad, the Imperial Freight, with 15 cars. There is a possibility that all cars are lost.
All 15? Give me more details.
I sensed a scream from 9642 Railroad about the falling of the railway bridge, that the Fuji River Bridge fell.
Fuji River? That can't be right. It's too close.
There's no way to stop now. Even looking at the maximum efficacy of the braking power, we simply cannot stop completely, even if we had 75 seconds.
We have passengers on board. We have to stop no matter what. Reduce speed again. You take the helm.
Understood. Increasing pressure.
Oh, jeez. Now we have side wind of all times. Hachiroku. Continue applied braking. A little more pressure. A little more. Poof, poof, poof.
Any more and we will start sliding. We are at the limit. We don't have enough braking power.
Then we take other measures. We use another method besides stopping. I don't care how you do it, the objective is to avoid falling off the bridge.
Besides stopping, then we do the opposite?
Oh right, there's no other way but this.
Are our passengers seated?
So's Jua. Seki the conductor and Mizumi the sales clerk, right? I'm sure they're doing their jobs.
I suppose. Then we should concentrate on doing ours.
I already am. The biggest job of my life. Oh my god. Over here. They didn't fall. This is a miracle. They stopped? No. They turned to the side and derailed. Well, that's better than all of us dying. And the front passenger car is especially bad. Hey, we have to go look for survivors and rescue them. A voice. I heard a voice. I feel a hand. Someone is shaking me. Then I'm alive. Just my half. I found a survivor. He's breathing, but he's seriously hurt. He's only a child. Hey, you! Wait, don't move him. He's bleeding from the head. Bleeding from my head? Then I should just head to the lights. But then Michiko, my sister, pushed me to safety. Stop the bleeding, hurry! I know, we have to take him to the hospital immediately. How to transport him? The closest rescue vehicle is Kuzu. It's faster to walk to the track maintenance fort. That's not possible, it won't last that long. Then what are we supposed to do? It's no use. I have no idea what they're saying. Why do I feel so sleepy? I was just sleeping earlier. The branch office has the area. The flying prototype? Request that. That prototype? But we're in the middle of a storm. Fly it unmanned. Even if it crashes, no one will die. If you leave this kid now, he'll die for sure. There's nothing to think about here. Alright, I'll request it. And make the kid's life top priority. Hang in there. Better not die in us here. I won't let him die. Fly that prototype. The kid's life is top priority. Fly it at all costs. Some Navi person. Maitetsu-sama. We have passed through the storm. But please refrain from ordering me to head straight through the storm next time. As your navigation system, your well-being is my top priority. Your order of being in a rush, so I must do whatever it takes, and prioritizing your life conflict with each other. Making a decision with conflicting information requires much processing power, and that additional load may put your life in danger. Sotetsu-sama? Sotetsu-sama? Yeah, I know. Sorry I was sleeping. Oh my apologies, I woke you up. You did it on purpose. I must have been having a nightmare. On purpose? Surely you jest. I am just a thing, an inanimate object. There's nothing for me to intend on doing. I see. If you say so, well, I guess that's how it is. Correct. I am Navi. I am only a driver. Correct yourself, Navi. You're not only a driver. You're the best driver there is. Understood. I am the best driver by your standards, Sotetsu-sama. Wow, getting cheeky with me now, huh? Because I am but an object. Talking with a thing. Or perhaps I'm just talking to myself. Even so, my dulling, clouding, and sinking heart had begun to rise again. Even after waking from the dream, reality is just a continuation of it. Just like during the accident, Navi has saved me again. Here in Ohitoyo, this town below is what saved my life. How many years has it been? 6 years and 4 months, Sotetsu-sama. The town of Ohitoyo, below me, seems like it hasn't changed since I left. 6 years and 4 months. But there was a change occurring from within. That's what's forced me to come back. That's enough time for things to change. Yeah, that's enough time for change to be long overdue. Understood. Reporting on the changes of Ohitoyo.
that occurred in the period.
My mumblings may have sounded sentimental. Navi purposely misinterprets that and responds to me.
The largest change in governance is the mayor. The post of mayor has been taken by Paulette Hinai.
Hinai. So she's related to the previous mayor?
Correct. She is the daughter, but people say that the abilities of the previous mayor did not transfer to her.
Which are the people calling incompetent? The previous mayor or the current one?
The latter, Sotetsu-sama.
I see. So that's why Ohitoyo has taken a turn for the worse. And that's how talks came up about getting the Aircra factory built here?
I do not know the specifics.
Oops. The tone of voice remains the same. But it seems to me that Navi sounded a little angry. Or perhaps it's just my imagination. Navi, you're closely related to the Aircra, right? Did I make you mad?
That's impossible. I am but an object.
Aircraft, formerly known as the Aerocraft engine, it was the invention by the Aerocraft Tech company that changed the world. The high-efficiency motor uses terrestrial magnetism and solar energy to power itself, rendering fossil fuel engines mostly obsolete. Well, I'm glad you're not mad. Whether for things running on land, the seas, or the skies, all vehicles that use Aircra engine are simply called Aircra. I wouldn't want someone as great as you, Navi, to turn against me.
Whether I'm your friend or not, it's up for you to decide, Sotetsu-sama. I am nothing but an object.
Sure is tense to remind me about that. Navi is what we call the Aircra navigation system. This simulated intelligence quickly developed with the Aircra and became commonplace. The sympathetic connection feature made traffic gridlock a thing of the past. It's true that you guys are real convenient things. Without Navis and aircraft, even simple travel would be a huge hassle.
And yet, Sotetsu?
Wait, what? Okay.
And yet, Sotetsu-sama, you don't want the factory that builds such convenient things to be built in Ohitoyo.
Ohitoyo. Fact-checking, that's what this interrogation is veiled as. This Navi appears to be much more human than others that are sold. It's egotistical for me to think that. Just look at this scenery. Sensing my intention, Navi tilts the vehicle. My sight quickly finds what I was looking for. The belt of light that flows beneath the glitter of the sunlight reflects on the symbol of Ohitoyo, the Kuma River. I can't help but want them to build it elsewhere, because this place is like my second home.
I know. We'll be arriving soon at the destination. Mikita. No I Brewery. Would you like to pass by above?
Oh, number one, okay. Yeah, well, let's take a look from above before setting down in the water.
Understood.
The vehicle becomes upright again, but there's no change in path. It seems that my order was already forecasted in the beginning.
We are above our destination.
I can tell. There's no way I would mistake that. The old roof tiles, the multiple tanks, that line, the garden. It may not be the house I was born in, but it certainly is where I grew up. This is the number 1 Mikita Brewery.
Shall I reduce the altitude?
No, I don't want to interfere with their work. Oh, I see a shadow of the size of a dot far below. It's moving wildly. It starts to hop around, and suddenly it darts into the brewery. It must be Hibiki. Some people never change. I'd imagine that she would have matured a bit after all these years. I see a clear change. Miss Hibiki would not have done this before.
I see a clear change. Miss Hibiki would not have done this before.
Ah, I see. I guess you're right. Hibiki in the past wouldn't even have gone into the brewery to report. She would have just blindly run after the aircraft. If she were in a bad mood, she may have flat out ignored it. Let's find out for ourselves, Navi. Land in an optimum spot.
Understood. Searching for ideal landing spots.
This former prototype aircraft quietly descends. Despite being the product of technology from over a decade ago, it shows no sign of slowing down. 120 seconds until landing.
120 seconds until landing. Would you like to transfer to park mode upon landing?
Yes, please.
Understood. Transferring to park mode upon landing.
The Kuma River draws closer. What appeared to be blue from above now looks a deep emerald. After we set down in the water, I can walk on the wing to reach the shore, and I'll be back in Ohitoyo.
Landings, Sotetsu-sama.
Silence. A long silence, unexpected from the Navi. What's wrong, Navi?
Welcome back, or farewell. Which is the more appropriate way to send you off?
Oh. When someone returns home, the navigation system says welcome back. When someone gets to their destination, it says farewell. That's Navi's default greeting. I'll leave it up to you. It's not that different, to be honest.
Understood. Now then, Sotetsu-sama.
And we land. The watery splashes are drowned out by the flow of the river.
Please take care.
A thick low table made from a single piece. Despite its large size, there's not a scratch on the thing. I must feel overwhelmed at how perfect it is. It reminds me that I have indeed returned to the Megita household. Oh, hello. Who have we here? Hibiki. What's up? I guess. To my right, Hibiki's glancing at me back and forth. It's like when we first met. She acted the exact same way. Then when I was first brought into this home as she is now. Oh, yeah. Cool. This place never changes. Everything about it brings back memories.
Oh, really? Does it make you feel nostalgic, Nisan?
Hibiki's expression lights up, and she raises her voice full of glee. Yeah, it sure does. I didn't expect that everything would stay exactly the same. She scowls all of a sudden. Her tone of voice lowers, too.
And I as well? I haven't changed? Not even a little from the day you departed for the Imperial capital?
No, you've changed. You're certainly much bigger. Navi pointed out, too, Hibiki's growth is remarkable. Once I admit that to her, her scowl softens.
Which part of me is different, in your eyes, that is?
Namely the way you talk. You're speaking very proper these days.
That's what stuck out to you?
It's such a dramatic change that it would be odd if I hadn't noticed. I mean, you had a pretty thick Kumamoto dialect when I left you. She looks at me, mad and disgusted. The expression stuck on Hibiki's face slowly fades.
I had every intention to go to the capital too. I practiced it a lot under a proper teacher.
Oh, so you also want to go to the capital? Are you aiming for the Imperial University?
If I did, you would be my senior, right? It'd be awesome if things panned out that way, but I doubt they would. What with my current grades and all.
Then study harder. It's that simple.
Ha!
I think that's the first time I've seen Hibiki smile today. A true smile. I mean, one with no other emotion mixed in. That smile never changes. That's a good thing, by the way.
You're the one who hasn't changed at all, Nissan. Even if you can't do it, keep trying until you can. That's what you always said.
Hibiki's still smiling. She giggles happily.
I'm surprised at how you haven't changed at all. You must have been studying and working hard yourself.
I haven't changed in the slightest.
Not really, though don't know the details, of course. It's just that the things that made you, well, you at the core are still there, you know?
Kinda hard for me to tell, but if you say so, I'll take your word for it. She suddenly turns bright red. Hibiki has always had such a wealth of expressions, even going all the way back to when we were super young.
If I say so?
Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know who this is. It's true, ever since you were small, He-chan, you were so observant about So-chan.
Nini!
Nini is still Nini, I see. There's the dialect I thought Hibiki lost. The sliding door had opened without a sound. Makura is standing there holding a tray with some barley tea.
So-chan, welcome back. You turned into quite the looker in a relatively short period of time.
Makura's smile is a slow and gentle one. I'm reminded of the Kuma River I saw from above before. Ample and beautiful, but once mad, fiercer than anything in the world. That's an honor to hear. Although I'm adopted, I try to be an upstanding member of the Megita family.
I don't like the formalities, you know that. If you want to say that you're a member of the Megita family, then you gotta listen to the chief brewer here.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, okay. I respond with an okay, which I only do when I come back home. That short sound seems to have brought back memories of the words we exchanged here years ago. I'm home. Nice to see you, Makura, ni, and Hibiki too.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Nini.
She hands me a glass. After taking a drink, the distant memories of summer come back to me. That's right, it was always like this. When I got back home, she always welcomed me with ice water. Crunch, crunch.
Nini, you're eating the ice again? Nissan, you're eating ice again? That's because the water from our brewery is so good, it's the best stuff out of the Kuma River.
Yep. It was only after I was adopted by this family in Ohitoyo that I found this out, how the water and the ice could actually taste so good. Then protecting this water is a duty I must fulfill. By the way, Makarani, and in that case I have to fulfill that duty as soon as possible. I can enjoy reminiscing at some point later. About the talks of setting up the aircraft factory in Ohitoyo. What's the status on that right now?
What's up with you, So-chan? Aren't you back for summer vacation?
Yeah, I took a leave of absence.
A leave of absence?
A surprised look washes over Hibiki's face. I figured this was far more important than my studies. Granted, there were a lot of things that happened revolving around my taking a leave of absence. My foster father did give me some conditions to follow. I'll find the right time to talk about that later.
But that means, Nissan, you're also for the factory to be built here?
Yeah, wait, what? Did I hear that right? I didn't quite understand what was being asked and agreed to it without thinking. Hibiki, what did you just say?
Huh? I said, are you also for the factory being built here?
4. I didn't hear her wrong, but unable to believe that, I turn to look at Makurani. She smiles and gives a small shrug. I see what's going on now. Hibiki's the one who's for the factory being built here. Who on earth would put the idea into your head that the factory would be a good thing?
Huh?
She looks surprised again. Hibiki's cheeks gradually turn bright red.
What do you mean, put the idea in my head?
Sorry, let me rephrase that. What made you conclude that you are for building the factory here?
Well...
She closed her mouth. Hibiki glances to her sides. Keeping her eyes away from mine, she speaks with conviction in her voice.
Considering the decline of Ohitoyo, it just makes sense to build it here. The aircraft factory will bring us stable growth.
That's only one side of the truth. Bringing in the aircraft factory will affect other things. Looked at Hibiki, then turned to Makurani, a silent yet powerful nod. Water pollution? Hibiki, do you know?
Of course I know.
She raises her voice. Hibiki's eyes first home in on Makurani.
Nissan, you said the same thing as Nissan.
She calls her Nissan instead of Nini on purpose, a sisterly quarrel, you could say.
But calling the runoff water pollution is a bit of an exaggeration. The wastewater will be processed well within the national environmental standards.
Hibiki's very emotional. I choose my words carefully so as not to accidentally set her off. That may be true, but the national standards are merely the lowest common denominator. They don't take into consideration the minute details of every single region. Hibiki bites her lip. She looks downward, mortified, before looking back up at me.
Nini, you're saying exactly what Nini said.
I knew it.
What do you mean you knew it?
Hibiki, full of passion, jumps to her feet, but the clapping sound deflates the entire situation. It's Makurani. She claps her hands softly and looks a little troubled.
Oh no, I was in the middle of something at the brewery. So-chan, play nice with He-chan, alright? Okay? No way, I hate being nice to Nini.
Really? She looks at a loss for words suddenly. Her expression says it all. First her face was red, but now it's totally pale.
No, I meant... Well, that's not what I meant.
What is it then?
It's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to be nice to you, but...
So you don't like it, but you do. I'm so bad with riddles. But if Hibiki's saying this out of desperation, it's my duty to figure out what she means. You don't like it, but you do. Does that imply, is this one of those no means yes situations?
No, Nini, you jerk.
Whoops. I dodge the seat cushion she hurls at me. Hibiki runs out of the living room and locks herself in her room upstairs.
Shit. Looks like I really screwed up this time.
Oh, that was me. That was me. Looks like I really screwed up this time.
Of course, it's your mistake. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're wrong.
Now you're giving me a riddle to solve, Makurani. I give up. Before I can even begin to think of the answer, I've already held up my hands in defeat. What does that mean this time? When I try to open my mouth, Makurani puts her index finger to her lips.
Don't say it. So-chan, if you do, He-chan will hate us for life.
For life? That would be terrible. Then I won't ask. I'll think about it myself later.
That would probably be for the best.
She smiles and sees me off. Macaroni then lets out an exhausted sigh.
But this is a whole lot of trouble. I think I'll have So-chan calm down in Hee-chan's room. No way! I can't have that. I can't live with Nini in the same room. But you two used to live together. That was then, this is now. That goes without saying.
10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. After confirming that there's nothing more to say, Macaroni slowly turns to me.
You heard her. What do you want to do, So-chan?
I don't know. If Ibiki says she doesn't want to, then that's pretty much final. Besides, I don't want to force her to do anything. The answer was decided from the start. I don't care if my room is the storage or something. Oh, but if possible, please don't make me stay in the brewery.
What? You never learned to hold your alcohol, even after all your years in the capital?
They forced me to drink, but I never built up a tolerance. It seems I have a predisposition to being an eternal lightweight.
That's no fun. In that case, I'll make sure you're not near the brewery.
Rikini mumbles to herself before folding down her slender fingers one by one. As she does so, she claps, seemingly realizing something, and for the second time, the sound of her hands smacking together changes the vibe of the room.
There is grandfather's room.
Teto-san's? My foster grandfather, Teto-san, was the one who welcomed me into this home. I'm indebted to him for giving me a reason to live. So being invited in his room catches me by surprise, but Kearney interprets my reaction as one of being apologetic.
That room has been locked for a long time. It might be a little stale in there, but it's better than the storage room.
It's an honor to be in Teto-san's room. Please, show me.
Oh, in that case.
The Migita family comes from a long line of brewers of the Kuma Shochu. Everything about this manor and garden is old and spacious. Despite having been adopted for years, there are many rooms I've never set foot in. It's the room past Macaroni's, the room farthest down the hall. We turn the corner at the long hallway. The door unlocks with a heavy click. Macaroni opens the wooden sliding door effortlessly. It's hot and humid, uncomfortably so. It is also filled with things.
Oh, it's no different than the storage room. Grandfather never did know how to organize stuff.
No. Things are all stacked high, but this is nothing like storage. The stacked things inside the room seem to have a common theme to them. All this junk wouldn't have a theme if it was just bits and pieces of various people's things. I think I could be okay with this. I mean, everything is neatly organized at least, though I do need to make room for my luggage.
Right. You can't even open the window with how things are right now. Maybe I should get an air conditioner.
No, it's fine.
It's not just for you. Once this room is cleaned up, there are other uses for it.
Fair enough. She was thinking ahead of me there, which is expected given that she's the current head of the Migita family, the chief brewer of Migita of Kuma. I'll sweat for now in anticipation of that. Let me take stuff out to the hallway first. The moment I start working toward a defined goal, Macaroni exclaims with a tinge of cheerfulness.
So-chan, you need help cleaning up?
No, even if I do it alone by tonight. No, I should be done by tomorrow morning.
Then you don't need help?
I didn't say I didn't need it. It'd be great if you could help. A playful smile flashes across her face, but Kearney speaks loudly to make her voice heard.
Oh, So-chan needs some help cleaning up. I wonder if there's anyone around to help So-chan.
Trot, trot, trot. Light thumping noise begins building. It's so late, in fact, that I don't even realize what it is at first, but now it's clear that the sound of someone coming down the stairs.
Nini, you need help?
Yeah. I do want and need help, yes, but mostly I don't want to keep things awkward between Hibiki and me. It would be great if you could give me a hand with this stuff. If I talk to her from a place of complete honesty, the words I say may bring up old memories again. You're always good with these things, Hibiki. If you could reorganize this place into a more comfortable space, I'd really appreciate it. Her smile lights up the room. She stands proudly.
Leave it to me, Nissan. Please let me take care of it.
She clears her throat conservatively. Hibiki was slouching, but she's corrected her posture now.
I've matured a lot since then. I'll be sure to clean your room right up, Nissan. Anyway, I'm going back to the brewery.
McCartney waves her hand, then claps before turning to us one more time.
Grandfather's room is actually 2 rooms connected together. You can use both however you want, So-chan.
There are books in front of me, mountains and mountains of books, actually. All of which would have to be cleaned up before I could give myself a little walking around space. There we go. This should go next. Hibiki, can you take this out to the hallway, please?
Sure. These books are so heavy. Ugh.
Good luck. You're going to show me how much you've matured over the years, right?
Well, I did grow up. Physically. Yeah, I'm sure I've grown up.
She mumbles something about wanting to show off how much she's grown up, though to be honest, no matter how hard she tries, she's still the same after all these years. She tirelessly works, moving one thing after another. She takes the cardboard boxes I hand her and neatly stacks them up in the hallway. Alright, I can finally see the tatami mats.
Yep. Next, let's take care of the display cupboard. Then the closet. If you open it and move out the things you don't need, you can store the books inside.
Alright, first we... Whoa!
What are you doing, Nissan?
A dust cloud envelops us. Though calling it a dust cloud may actually be an understatement here. The dust must have hardened over time and created something of a surface. That surface then flowed over the display cupboard and swallowed Hibiki and me whole. Oh man. This is horrible.
Get a duster! We have to use the duster to scatter it first.
I can't open my eyes, but I certainly sense her presence. Hibiki's fidgeting about, but I can tell she is starting to move wildly to get some air circulation in here. That doesn't sound good.
Ah!
Hibiki, whoa! Beautiful is the only word I can think of to describe what I'm seeing. What? Just random girl in here? Okay, weird.
What happened? What's a doll doing in Gigi's room?
Yeah. A shaking voice, on the verge of tears, I managed to remember what I was supposed to be doing. Hibiki, are you okay? Are you hurt? I grab her arms with both of my hands and look at her. It doesn't seem like she's hurt herself.
I am okay. I mean, I'm not hurt.
That's good. Now that I know she's fine, my focus turns to something else. I let go of Hibiki and pick up the broom and dustpan. Hibiki, stand back a little farther. I'm used to cleaning up broken stuff.
Oh, really, Nissan? You shouldn't go around breaking things.
Maybe I'm not being clear enough. She thinks all I do is make one mistake after the next at my alcohol wholesaler job. No, it's not me, or father for that matter. I meant the university, not my job.
At the Imperial University?
I have a scatterbrained friend. He breaks things all the time, but he's amazingly clever.
But doesn't that mean that friend is also a student at the Imperial University?
I'm not talking about academics here. He's an amazingly quick learner. That's... How's this?
Wow, you're quick. Well done.
It certainly is. Aside from all the broken glass, there is nothing to interfere with my field of view. This doll looks really real. It's well made. It's made well. And it's so beautiful that I can't help but stare.
Nissan, are you interested in dolls?
I used to have a twin. Over time, we ended up sharing similar interests.
Oh.
But this is really nice. I've never seen a doll like this, no.
Nissan?
I've seen something similar in the past, or at least I think so. Where was that? Oh. It's clenching something in its hand.
You're right. Is this a key?
Let me see. I open up the tiny hand. Inside is something that gives off a dull golden shimmer. You're right, it's a key. But it looks like a spring key.
So you're saying she'll move? That the doll's powered by a main spring?
There should be a keyhole somewhere.
Ah!
The moment I undress the doll, Hibiki lets out a weird scream. What surprised you so much? Oh, yeah, I guess it's rare to see a doll with nipples. Yeah, that is weird.
No, not that.
Then this? Oh, this does seem like an old necklace.
You put nipples and necklaces in the same category? Anyway, not that. I'm talking about specific spots, but I'm sorry.
What are you apologizing about?
Because it all so realistic that Nissan, it made you look like a little like a pervert.
Ah, yeah, I see. If I'm undressing a sleeping girl, it would certainly look like that. Yeah. I keep going and remove the doll's pants. Hibiki doesn't say anything this time. The front, then the back. I scrutinize the doll, but can't find the keyhole anywhere. A doll is just a doll. It's a thing. No matter how much they look human, they're not.
Yes, I know.
Girls seem to have a thing for dolls. Michiko, my sister, was the same way. Whenever I was a little rough with her dolls, she would get mad to the point of almost crying. Seriously, I don't see a hole anywhere. Wait, it could be under this. Ah! The moment I reach for its already, wow. The moment I reach for its underwear, Hibiki screams again, much louder than last time. My ears ring for several seconds, or for a second. Hibiki grabs the doll away from me.
No. If you're going to look there, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. If Hibiki insists, I'll just let her do it. Please do, make sure you don't miss any holes, though.
Oh my god, stop saying the word hole over and over. Wait a sec.
I start gathering the clothes I took off. In the next instant, Hibiki stops and looks at me.
The pocket. Something. Nissan, isn't this what you're looking for?
A pocket watch. Good job, Hibiki. In the chest pocket of the doll's coat is a small pocket watch. I can insert the spring key into the hole and click. It fits, but this is too small to. I might break it.
Stop if you say that.
Creak, creak. Alright, it turned. I can do this.
What is it you can do?
Huh?
You call yourself a man of the land of the rising sun? Have you no shame?
Wow. That's amazing.
Ah!
Watch it or you'll trip.
Well, if you hadn't evaded my slap...
I catch her tiny body and am extremely surprised. Hibiki, this is amazing. This doll has body heat and it can even shake.
Nini, that shaking is out of rage. Wait, what?
It can even cry. Large hot droplets fell into my hand. The doll shakes its head widely.
I'm not crying. This is just steam exhaust.
Steam exhaust. Breaking down those words individually, maybe it means exhaust that takes the form of steam or something. But this doll's source of energy is a spring. What's going on?
That's what I want to know. What is the meaning of this?
Being looked at from below, I breathe in without thinking. This is no exhaust. Those are, without a doubt, tears. This doll is crying.
You tore the clothes off a maiden and insulted me as a doll. On top of that, you evade my expression of anger and then laugh at me.
I'm sorry. It's all a misunderstanding. I bow down apologetically, extremely apologetically. I realize that there are two types of things. Two, just like Navi, you're also an AI?
I don't know what Navi is, but it's true that I have intelligence.
In that case, you have your own will and pride, and I foolishly insulted that. Navi would continuously deny it, but Navi has its own will and pride too. I feel that I've been saved by that. You can't deny that things could have their own will and pride just like we do. I fully accept my wrongdoing and apologize for it. If possible, maybe we could start over.
Start what over?
Well, start over from the beginning. Before you got mad, I guess, for where I evaded you.
I see. Then lower your cheek.
Okay. I lowered my head as she tells me to. Our eyes lock at close range. What's pretty isn't just its face. It has a powerful glow that only those with a will can have. If I recognized this from the beginning, I wouldn't have treated it simply as a doll. Yep, okay. A large sound accompanied by an equally large sting. She holds her now red hand. A thing with a will nods and giggles a little.
You're a strange one. Strange, but a person who's understanding.
She clears her throat a little. Hibiki creeps closer and places her lips to the thing's ear.
You should fix your clothes. You're right. Thank you for the advice. I'm sorry, but would you mind turning around?
Not a problem. I hear the quick sounds of cloth rubbing against each other. I'm reminded of how Michiko always fumbles with her change of clothes. It makes me assume that she is used to wearing clothes.
Thank you for waiting.
It wasn't much of a wait. Oh, wow. She is small. That or forced perspective.
Wow, you look great in that. You're so pretty. I suppose so. I was made that way.
Neatly dressed and a proper salute. I respond by imitating it, and Hibiki proceeds to imitate me.
I am the Imperial Railway 86 8620, type steam engine top, number 8620. Railord, my name is Hachiroku. Railord?
Huh? Hibiki? I understand how Hibiki feels, but there's no need to hate her by association. Even if she may be a Railord, the one in front of me should be seen as Hachiroku and nothing else. Thank you for the proper introduction. My name is Sotetsu. My full name is Migita Sotetsu, and I'm a student, though I'm currently taking a leave of absence.
I'm Mikita Hibiki. I'm a student in Ohitoyo. Ohitoyo. Hibiki.
Or Mikiti, whatever. She moves just like a human. Hachiroku places her short fingers to her mouth, deep in thought.
I remember now. Where is Megiti Taito-san-ma? Gigi? I mean, grandfather is,
He passed away a long time ago.
I see. I must have been asleep for a long time.
Hachiroku-san.
No need for the formalities, Sotetsu-sama.
Alright then. Hachiroku, this is Taito's room. You were stored in a glass case inside that display cupboard?
Glass case? I see.
A cold, shivering smile. Surpassing intelligence, surpassing emotions. I feel as if she is more human than any of us.
I can't quite remember, but I must have betrayed Tato-sama's expectations.
What do you mean?
Well, excuse me, but Sotetsu-sama, are you Tato-sama's heir? Yes.
I wasn't quite sure how to answer that question, but Hibiki answered it for me. I feel a bit happy to hear that, but in these cases you have to be proper and accurate. I am one of the heirs, but the main heir is someone else. Makarani is the current head of the Megita family.
Makarani, is that correct?
Yes, Makura. Her name is written as True Darkness.
That's a wonderful name. It reminds me of a long tunnel.
After saying that, Hachiroku gasps as if she realizes something. She looks at me, then at Hibiki.
No, Makura-sama must be the Makura that is the cross-tie of a rail. Sotetsu-sama is the twin rail laid on top.
Oh.
Hibiki is the echoes made by the trains running on the rails on a daily basis. Taito-sama has given his grandchildren wonderful names.
That would be nice if it were true, but I'm
going to call her Nini. I'm going to call Nini here.
Hibiki runs out to the brewery, and I think she's trying to make an escape. Hibiki hates it when anyone talks about how I was adopted. I knew that, but I couldn't help but explain that to Hachiroku.
Hibiki-sama's footsteps are springy.
Yeah, she might not look it, but she excels at both academics and martial arts. On top of that, she is good with art.
That's wonderful.
I know, considering how beautiful you are, Hachiroku. Once she gets used to you, Hibiki will want to draw you.
That will be an honor.
Yeah, what's up? Makarani placidly walks over. And behind her is Hibiki. She's hiding behind Makarani.
Oh, so this is one. Nice to meet you, Hachiroku-san. Nice to meet you, Makura-sama. Please call me Hachiroku. Okay then, Hachiroku-chan. It is just... call me... Okay, Hachiroku-chan it is. Just call me Makura. Thank you for the generosity, but I must be proper when it comes to things and humans.
Oh my, you're quite... McCartney trails off there and looks at me.
So, Hachiroku-chan, what brings you to us? Yes, well...
Hachiroku's way of speaking is decorative, but always to the point. When you hear her talk, you can understand the main points right away.
So, Hachiroku-chan, you want to decide your future? Yes, I was purchased by Tato-sama as the leading heir. Makura-sama, you should be my current owner.
That's not true, Hachiroku-chan. Hachiroku blinks in confusion.
What am I mistaken about? Grandfather's room and everything he owned is inherited by So-chan. So, Hachiroku-chan, your current owner is... Understood. So Tetsu-sama is my current owner then.
Seems like it. If that's Makurani's decision, I have no right to object. Any order or duty she gives me, I have to do everything I can to fulfill. You were talking about what to do about your future, but Hachiroku, do you have any preferences?
Preferences? You mean mine?
Why would I ask anyone else? If you have intelligence, then it's natural for you to have a preference.
Well...
She's hesitant. She's hesitant, that's what it seems.
Please, give me a moment. This is the first time anyone has asked that of me.
She slouches, and there is dead silence. She soon raises her face and begins to open her lips.
Oh my. Nini, don't say that now.
Hachiroku looks down and turns bright red. Is the spring not enough?
Yes.
After asking her directly, she turns to me with a look of relief in her eyes.
That was simply an emergency power source.
What's your non-emergency power source?
Steam. So if you can, bring me water and coal.
We've got plenty of water.
Oh, Nini, I'll go.
She tries to make up for causing the embarrassing scene. Hibiki expresses her feelings with actions as she runs off, only to return a short while later.
This is high-quality water that we used to brew alcohol. It's very clear. Thank you.
Hachiroku holds the tiny cup with both hands and starts gulping down the water.
Phew.
The cup is emptied instantly. Makurani squints.
You're a good drinker. Want to have a drinking contest later? As long as it's pure water, I would gladly oblige. Alcohol will cause abnormal combustion.
I rarely drink pure water. A cheerful smile. She wipes the spot that touched her lips with a handkerchief before returning the cup to Hibiki.
The water was of very high quality. You said you brew alcohol earlier.
Oh. Hibiki diverts her eyes away. The water in the cup used to brew kuma shochu. If you want to talk about the source of the Kuma River, it'll simply remind her of the exchange earlier. Now that you have water, you'll need coal next. Makurani, do we have any coal at home?
We do have a coal boiler, but it hasn't been used in a long time.
Are there any nearby stores that sell coal?
Nope. Well, that's not entirely true, Nissan. Maybe Jutsundo has some?
That's right. That place used to be an abandoned coal mine. While trying to casually grab at Hachiroku, I suddenly remember my mistake from earlier. The intelligent being said she was a maiden, then I should make sure I treat her accordingly. I'd like to take you there, but how should I escort you, Hachiroku?
That won't be necessary. I can't have you do so much for me.
I'll go. I am your new owner. I have a responsibility to take care of you.
Is that so?
Hachiroku casually brushes her hair.
Excuse me for asking, but Sotetsu-sama, which is your dominant hand?
Right.
In that case, may I use your left arm as my seat?
I see, like this?
Yes, very good.
I bend my left arm and take a lower stance in order to have Hachiroku sit on my arm. She's much heavier than she looks. I see. I'm convinced that she's a steam engine. Let's go! I stand up and Hachiroku naturally leans on me. If I disperse her weight evenly across my arm and my chest, then she isn't all that heavy, actually. Makaroni, Hibiki. Sorry for doing this in the middle of cleanup, but I'm going for a bit.
Sure, see you later. Nissan, you make it sound like it's easy.
It is easy. My area, my aircraft is a great one.
But that aircraft is... Aircraft?
Hachiroku yells from right near my head, no less. She starts to fidget about. What's wrong, Hachiroku?
I will not ride in aircraft. Aircraft are our mortal enemies.
Oh. Oh, that's... What? Mortal enemies? Alright guys, well, that should be a good place to end this first look, and yeah, so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. It definitely seems to be a visual novel with at the very least good production values, and the premise is certainly interesting. I wonder how much they're going to be exploring this kind of philosophical issue of highly advanced artificial intelligence. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys want to see more Maitetsu, make sure to show your support in the comments, like, subscribe, and who knows, if there is demand, we very well could continue with it. But until then, guys, I've been CMeeCraft, and I will catch you in the next video, whether more Maitetsu or something else. Goodbye.